You're with Julian on the Brown Note, a brief bit about how women fans are saving football from the new male fans who are killing it. We never talk about this. So obviously we're in the middle of the FIFA Women's World Cup, which has been a huge success and will likely see football replace AFL and rugby as main women's sports in Australia. Largely due to the fact that your muscular size is of no interest here and anyone can play it. But why are new male fans killing football worldwide and new women's fans are actually saving the game? We don't talk about the fact that there's an entire new horrific breed of football fan that has come onto the scene in recent years. And they are the people that don't support the club, they support the player. This horrific paradigm is very much sort of post-Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Neymar. So they all swamp a club. And when that player leaves the club, they leave with the player. This has never happened in the sport before. It's horrific. The entire notion of supporting a club means you support your club your whole life, no matter what. This new idea of supporting a club through the time your player is there, are they K-pop bands now, football players? It's astonishing. They move, they're horrible. These are the new fans that was spoken about a few years back when they had this very controversial thing where they tried to make a European Super League, which was basically we don't even care about legacy fans anymore. The people that are owning the game, I mark my words, they're going to try and do whatever the worst things that America has done to its sport. They will try and move a Premiership club to the Middle East at some point. I guarantee you. Or there'll be Manchester City Saudi or Manchester City Qatar at some point in the future. It's horrible. They keep upping the money. And these people follow, these horrible new male fans follow these players around like gnats. And it's the antithesis of what the sport is about. Money came into the game, money corrupted a lot, was great about the game, but never have we lost sight of the fact that you support a club. And the whole globalization of football is years old, and you'll get people in places like Thailand and Africa that support a club, and they will support the club loyally. Even if it is a Manchester City or United or Chelsea that they've seen winning lots of things, they still support them. But this new fan is very much post-Ronaldo. And I thought, for one of the greatest athletes of all time to throw everything away by this horrendous money-grabbing thing he did going to Saudi Arabia and try and pretend that it's not what it is. What a surprise to see Neymar go. The most cynical money-grabbing player of the modern era goes to Saudi Arabia. I didn't see that coming. But it's a terrible idea which reduces the notion of lower league football, of less big clubs, of less big players to nothing. So that we get this sort of Beyonce-ification at the top of the ladder of football and these people following these players around. But women aren't doing that. The girls' game is so much more pure. Because all these girls watching the FIFA Women's World Cup are people that will support their local team no matter what, no matter how small that club is. They're not going to go home and suddenly start supporting Miami. They will support grassroots football. The other thing they'll be doing, which these new fair-weather Neymar and Messi and Ronaldo fans won't be doing, is they'll be joining their local football club to play football at grassroots level. They'll be going to stand amongst 800 people watching their local club. They are the saviours of football. The female fan isn't obsessed by the fame of Ronaldo and Messi. They want to play the game. They're obsessed by being part of a group. What it initially was, the idea that they're going to be part of this collective and it's so important, even though no one's watching you. Even though you don't have 70 million people following you on Instagram. Women are the saviours of the sport. These new male fans are horrific. And the other thing is the the notion of football is it's the most working class and egalitarian sport out there. It doesn't have that whole thing like American college football where people get these sponsorship deals called, scholarships to go and play a sport that costs tens of thousands of dollars to put on at the lowest level. Many college arenas are $100 million arenas for a college team. And their players, they get funded up the wazoo. The whole point of soccer and football is the fact that you could take a ball and 4 jumpers and you can have a game in the park. Doesn't matter if there's 4 of you. And you can't really do that with a lot of these sports. So I really hope that Australia takes note of that, because they've been driving up the costs of families sending their kids to soccer for years now, to the point where it is extortionately expensive, and it's never supposed to be like that. The fees for football in Australia now, for grassroots level football, are pushing out people that are at the bottom of the ladder, and that was the whole point of the game in the first place, was that the people at the bottom of the ladder, it belongs to them. But anyway, I just wanted to celebrate the fact that the new women fans of the game are doing everything that the male fans that are following people like Messi and Ronaldo around the world are not. And I would love to see them gone and replaced by this new army of, pure football fans.